Essentially, there's a few perspectives that's very important. One is that if IPTV is to differentiate itself from standard delivery modes like satellite or cable, it needs to introduce that interactive element to the consumer. And it's a huge, unique selling proposition for IPTV providers that's not available to satellite providers today or standard cable providers. So it's a huge, massive opportunity to increase profitability, decrease churn, increase ARPU, and that opportunity does not lie with satellite providers because there is no feedback path today. What we've just introduced now is our latest DVR, which has 300 gigabytes of storage. So we'll be able to download tens of movies into the consumer's boxes. We also have SVOD, which we had in the old show box, but this will be much more enhanced on the new show box to yet again allow people to have true video-on-demand experiences for what is available at that given time. So if there's 10 movies that are downloaded in the box, they can instantly access those movies, and that's something that will continue to expand as we go along. If we start to add extra capacity in terms of the hard drive, that's another thing we're looking at as well, so we can even increase that offering more as this time goes along. We believe IPTV, first of all, is the future of television. It's the nirvana of television, so to speak. For us to survive in the future, we have to exploit that, and frankly, it will help our profitability and our churn rates, because we are partners with IPTV operators, and it's the next evolutionary step in television. I don't know if satellite will ever entirely go away, because it's a very inexpensive way to deliver programming and content throughout the region to supply those IPTV providers. But once on the ground, I think it's IPTV will be, say, 70 to 80% of our distribution in 5 years to 10 years from now. It's vital that this type of event happens, and it happens on a regular basis, so that everybody can share their knowledge and their learnings about IPTV and ensure that the consumer gets the best service that is possible. There's similar events like this in Europe, as you know, and in the United States. They have the NCTA conference in the United States, National Cable Conference, and the interesting thing there is that because they have geo monopolies, the cable operators, they don't mind sharing their learnings, and the IPTV operators actually are very similar. There are a few competitors here, but in general, they do have their own turf areas, so they can share their knowledge and their learning with one another to provide a better service.